over at chapter 9, verse 6, to go hand in hand with the cultural mandate, fill the earth and multiply, theologians see that God is also giving to mankind society here a germinal form, a very basic form of political theology. That is that God's saying, fill the earth and multiply it, and also embed in all of society this God-given rule that you need to put in structures in place so that when man murders man, man can kill that murderous man. In other words, civil magistrate doctrine or dogma or ideology is really grounded on this verse right here. This is one of the first places we see it, that mankind is being given authority to rule over and give order to society through the threat of the sword. Romans 13, right? And here Noah is being told from God, from now on have this rule. In all mankind, this should be a rule. In all societies, this should be the most formative, important, foundational role of the state. Whoever sheds the blood of man, by man shall his blood be shed. For God made man in his image. We sort of get the germ here of what really becomes for us political theology, that the most foundational task. Now you laugh when I say this when you think of our government. Happy 2023, the most recent bill just passed is euthanasia, easy to kill and voluntary assisted dying law in Queensland. Happy 2023. With the same government, in the last few years, we saw abortion for any reason whatsoever legalized up to birth, okay? Now, let's think of what God is showing us here is the two most foundational strands of civil magistrate. To condemn those who murder innocent blood and to promote the filling of the earth with babies. That's the two most basic. Defend the rights of people so they can make babies and punish those who murder people. And what has our government done? What has many governments since the creation of the world done? Probably very, very few years after Noah's re-establishment of humanity. What do they start doing? Well, the government starts funding things like abortions and punishing people who oppose it. Mankind is still as sinful as they were then and as sinful as we were before the flood. Every generation is a flood-worthy generation. Every society is a flood-worthy society. It is only by God's grace that we are not consumed. And so we see here, though, in verse 6 of chapter 9, when God says that, when man sheds man's blood, shed his blood by a right governing society, societal body, we're also seeing here, though, Noah is hearing from God the assumption that murder's about to start. There's going to be murder among mankind, so God just preemptively gave me a law, and so his hope is gone. As long as hope was in humanity, and humanity's atmosphere, and humanity's environment, his hope is gone. But there is lessons in the flood here to show that Noah's hope was not ultimately gone because his hope was in the promises of God.